Jim Carrey is starring in a new Sonic movie,
Oh,
right?
wow.
He was being interviewed by AP News. Guess what he said? This is Business Insider. The reason he came out, Jim Carrey said he came out of retirement because he needs money. He's the latest A-lister to open up about taking roles to boost their finances.
He was the mask, wasn't he?
All the things
He was getting money in the
Cable
90s.
Guy, he was getting that bread. He was
Ooh.
making money. So Jim Carrey told the Associated Press he came out of acting retirement because he needed money. I said that, but he said something specific, and I want to hear. I want to see if I can find it. This wording he used. There you go. We don't need to read all this stuff above. I came back to the universe because, first of all, I get to play a genius, which is a bit of a stretch. He just probably throwing a joke out there because he is a comedian too, right? And I just quote, I bought a lot of stuff and I need the money, frankly.
Mm,
Dang.
that's honest. It's very
That's real
honest.
talk. That's real talk. And we talk about being authentic, being real. It don't get more real than that. I bought a lot of stuff. I bought a lot of stuff.
Mm, wow.
You want to know one of those things that he bought? Now I'll let you chime in here.
What's that?
He owns a $29 million mansion
Mm.
that he got up
Oh,
that he put up for sale in 2023. So imagine buying something for almost $30 million, but and then you want to sell it. He probably paid
them
more.
taxes eating him up.
No,
Ooh, them
wait,
taxes
wait,
killing
wait.
him.
No, wait, wait. I don't think he paid 29 million, but that's what he's trying. No, it's but he listed it for 29 million
Okay.
2 years ago in 2023, in February 2023. Nearly 2 years on the market, meaning he couldn't sell that thing. He couldn't
Mm.
sell it. He cut the price to 19 million, base
Took
almost 20
10
million.
mil off.
And that's just one That's just one purchase of many things. But him himself, he said, I bought a lot of things. So a lot of times we think just on our level, man, if I just make more money, man, if I just make
Mm,
more money. If you make more money and you don't have solid money management skills, and when people say financial literacy, I want to be more practical. Like money management skills, you having that emergency fund, and you just have your basic fundamental money management. So meaning when your money scale up or scale down, you run it through this systematic framework on how you operate with your money, budgeting, all the things. But the money coming in is going out because what's going to happen is your lifestyle is going to increase. And guess what? None of us is immune to it. So he was making millions of dollars, but maybe yours is thousands of dollars and maybe millions too. If you blessed in that way, you put in the work, whatever, you talent, whatever, you're going to end up in the same boat. How do I know? A lot of people that make six figures are check to check. A lot of times, six figures, the goal for folks is the goal of mine when I was out in my 20s. But there's stats, I read stats and reports. A lot of people that make six figures who make it to the top 15% live check to check. This is just a magnified multi-million dollar check to check. It's the same thing. I'll open it up to you to let you spin your perspective. If you wonder why I'm always like, bro, do this, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, emergency fund,
mm,
bro, your budget, bro. Because once you start making more and more and more money and you have that down, bro, you're gonna be a multimillionaire. It's just gonna take you some time, like we talked about last segment. It's just gonna take you some time. Play the long game.
man. I heard a similar story recently about Al Pacino. But his was more, I don't know if we talked about that, but his was more of a scenario where an accountant took advantage of him, but still accountability. You still have to. You should have been watching, but man, I just think that we as common folk, we see these celebrities and we just assume that they know how to do everything. He know how to act, be funny, make money. He must know how to keep the money too. And he, or if he doesn't know, he must have a team that knows. Nah, that's not the assumption to make. They just happen to be better at making money. They just happen to be great at making money. But it's like offense and defense. His offense was amazing. He scored 100. Too bad he got scored on 110 points. Like he still lost the game
Mhm.
though. So that's how you look at it. Like it's not about, okay, coach, I put up 50. Yeah, but your man put up 55. Son, I might have to sub you out. It was an amazing
Yeah, that
50 to
kind of
watch,
cancel out.
but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, sorry, son, sit down. I'm gonna put the guy that can score 10, but his man scored two. So
Mm.
when he was guarding him. So that's kind of how you look at it, you know? And like it's just kind of like you say, it's just about embracing the fundamentals because when like specifically the word check to check, I want to focus on that word. We give that word such a bad, I won't say bad, but it's got such a bad connotation. But when we think about it, probably majority, I'd say it's probably the vast, vast, vast minority that don't live check to check. Because as your checks get bigger, that's just how I feel like that's just how humans just think. I got a sum of money. Let me live off of this until the next sum. That we don't think along. We don't think ahead. This goes to that same student loan problem I was talking about ahead. I was talking about earlier. We're not long term thinkers. We're not long term investors. We're not long term financial planners. That's what living check to check means. And it sounds, we associate that with poverty, like, oh, it's a $500 check, $200 check. No, you can be check to check with $1 million check. Go get $1 million check. Don't work again until you spend $1 million. Now I need another check. That's check to check. That's what he just described. He's one of the
Well,
100,000 that you read in the stats, basically.
facts. And you mentioned Al Pacino in the if further in that Business Insider article. If I would have kept it screen shared, he also Al Pacino is mentioned in there as well. In 2011, Al Pacino wrote that he went broke again because of overspending.
Mm.
He wrote that in one of his memoirs. There's almost nothing worse for a famous person. There's being dead, and then there's being, woo,
Mm.
man. Mm. That landed, that hit. Woo. Because can you imagine making millions of dollars, ex- experiencing all this stuff, and then you just dead broke? And so what felt like a blessing was really a curse. Man, woo. And then them tax bills get to coming in crazy. Like some people, on a smaller scale, you I'm tripping because I had to pay 30 grand or 20 grand or whatever. Man, they be having to play hundreds. I've seen with that $1 million tax, but I'm like, oh
Ooh.
God, ooh.
Yep.
But but it's like it doesn't matter what income bracket, what tax bracket you are. If you have terrible money management and you overspend, that's going to be the result. It's not just make more money.
No, at the end of the day, it's a money game. We talk about a lot of games. It's a lot. It's a money game, and the same thing. You just gotta know the rules. Gotta know how to score. Gotta know how to defend. Gotta know the rules so you don't get flagged. There's a lot of people get flagged, like you just mentioned, like the IRS. That's the meanest referee there is. You thought Tim Donna, whatever they name me, you thought they was strict. I be reading random stories like they got arrested and had to do time. Like you'd be random celebrities like a chef, a skydiver. They don't play with nobody. An actor. They don't care how famous you are. Play with them, and they'll let you run up the bill a couple years too. It's crazy. Oh, that's one battle I don't want. I don't want no smoke with any letters. FBI, police, GPD, BPD in Boston, IRS. I surrender. I'm just gonna pay my taxes full as much as I can. I'll leave a tip if I can.
Right. Yeah. So I have one more. I have a bonus one that I'm going to do because, man, this one is interesting. I ain't going to lie to you. This one is interesting. And I'm going to say allegedly, but it's public record. So I don't. So there's some merit to it. There's some merit to it. So I'll do some of the reading. I was trying to see if I could find the video part of it because I was gonna make some folks laugh, but let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Give me a second. 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 Give me a second.
Yeah, man. Who else do you know? I'm thinking Wesley got who else? Oh, it was another story I read recently. Somebody, but yeah, they don't play.